Hello and welcome back to BS Games. I am Burn. This is day 4 of Unlimited Ninja. Just a second, I've got to load up my stream here to be able to look at the analytics. There we go. So at the moment, we're doing hard mode of the level 60 Ninja Crusade, me and 2 other players. I believe both of them have topped up a little bit of money. It doesn't seem like they've topped up very much. We can have a little look at their teams. So you can see he's unlocked Guy, which is alright. And we'll look at Lahiro, who I think is the number 1 player on this server. And I think I can't see because it's in the battle at the moment. So I'll skip through that. And I just started the stream with this because I wanted to be doing that while I could. So you can see all that their top up did was just give them Guy, and I'm sure some Jades or something as well, but it's not like they've gone and gotten a massive impossible to overcome advantage. Yeah, so we did attempt the normal mode at level 80, and we all got our butts kicked. So you can actually see what our BPs are, to be able to have an idea for yourself of whether you'll be able to beat. Can I skip? I think he's meaning not as in is it possible to do the action of skipping, but asking if I can do this a little bit faster. And I just let them know just before I started the stream that I was streaming. And I apparently have 2 viewers. So hello to the 2 of you, whoever you are. Feel free to say hi in the chat and I'll be able to see it, and we can chat if you want, or if you don't want to talk, that's fine. You can just watch. So I had a very busy day yesterday, so I wasn't really able to do much. I think I missed almost every event. I think I managed to get into the Rebels Attack event just because it automatically adds there, but I didn't even get back until the day had already reset. I'd been gone for like 9 hours. Like I was gone all of the day. So I was very exhausted, and I didn't get to play as much of this as I wanted. You can see I'm falling behind in levels a little bit, but I'm not at all worried about that. I don't think the level is too important at this stage. So much of the BP comes from your equipment, and like, you know, level 80 equipment, level 90 equipment, that's sort of weak stuff. The accessories, they're not a big deal. It's pretty much all red items are important. You need red equipment, yeah, you need all like red equipment, red gears, and I can show some of those sorts of things off a little bit later. I'll just say that was all of my matches. So now I can put some, I think my bag is full and all of that stuff went into there. Okay. We'll put that stuff on there. So because I was gone for so long, I would have liked to have used up a little bit more of my vitality. So some of the first things we'll do at a check-in. I will do claim this. I've already collected the prestige for today. I can grab this. Let's do the potency advance to clear up just a couple of spots in the bag. We will grab some of these items and equip them. I can equip that there, and I can equip that there. And another ring, another amulet, and a bracelet. Okay, I don't have room. So we will put the amulet there, and screw it, those two there. Once again, these are really sort of low level things at the moment, so you don't have to worry too much about that. No, I don't want the bracelet there, I want the bracelet here. And we'll start to have a look at the daily tasks. Refine. Okay, we might get a good refine here. Nah, I'll just refresh. Let's do the ramen shop. Something that is very easy to overlook. And I seem to have a fair bit of lag, so I will probably refresh the server in a second. What do I get from this? I get some silver. Okay, so I might actually quickly show you my level 120 account. I mean, my server 1120, which is over level 120. It is a VIP 7 account that I had over a year ago, and I didn't play for about 11 months, so it's quite far behind. But I'll just show you a bit of an example of some of the things that you might want on an account. If you're a VIP, some of this stuff you'll want, and even as a free-to-play player, you'll still want this stuff. It'll just probably take you a little bit more saving, and I don't know why it is taking so long to load and having those loading mistakes. Let's see, I think that's going to boot up properly, and here we go. Perfect. Okay. So I haven't been on this account today. So I'll just quickly show you my formation. So I think at the time of playing this, reanimated Togorama was the best Vanguard, or one of the best. So for assaulters, actually I'll go back to the Vanguards. Nowadays it is Gyeonggu Kakaza, who is one of the best. So if you manage to unlock him, good for you, good work. The assaulter, I have Jiraiya, Armored Jiraiya, who I believe is one of the best. And then if I were doing the Rebel Attack or another PvE event, I would probably be using a second assaulter, and I would actually be moving my main to here, and have that assaulter in that spot. Mitsuki seems to be a very good support, one of the best, I'd say. Narakapath Pain, I believe, was, at the time of playing, he seemed to be the best. I think when I quit, Mitsuki was just released, but I can't exactly remember. But I think Narakapath Pain, and I believe I was using Shin, because Shin seemed to be pretty popular. But there are better, at least I think there are better secondary supports than Narakapath Pain now, a few of them. So if I had enough gold to be able to swap out, I would be swapping out Narakapath Pain for a different support, and I'd be swapping out Reanimated Tobirama for Kakaza, and I'd also like to have a second assaulter, which is good, because none of these are particularly good assaulters. And then another thing is to have a look at the accessories. So you can see I've got some red accessories, and you can look at those numbers. Those are some pretty massive power boosts compared to, if I look at, okay, this stuff, 383 for the level 80 equipment, or even, I'm sure I've got level 100 equipment somewhere. So level 100, and it's not loading very well. But this level 100 equipment, you can see, has 535 force, compared to this stuff having 38,000, and this stuff is 10,000. It's 10,000 on the power. This is 400,000. So there's a lot of different red sets. At the time, I don't know what sets were available, but this was one of the really good ones. So I got that, and I put that on a few of my good characters. And so that's the accessories that are good, which allows me to have a very high BP that shoots it through the roof. And the equipment, yep, so I have Corruptor equipment as well. So this is also red sets, and you can see 26,000 attack, you can see 24,000 defense. That's why my BP is reasonably high, as well as having spiritual beasts. I have a whole bunch of red spiritual beasts, and I think I have some of the best red spiritual beasts. It's not like all 5 of these are the best, but they're definitely high-ranking ones, apart from maybe Amaterasu. I'm not sure whether that's a very good red spiritual beast. But that's why my power is as high as it is solely because of the spiritual beasts and the corruptor sets that I have on. Nothing else. And you can see Mitsuki still isn't a high enough level, so still doesn't have great equipment. Because I only got Mitsuki not all that long ago, so is still being leveled up and all of these guys have a lot of leveling up to do. So if you want a good power level, that's the sort of thing you're aiming for, is save up for red equipment sets, red accessory sets, and the really good ninjas. Try not to have, 20 or 30 different good red ninjas, because you don't need that many. You only need the 5 or 6 that you're going to actually use. And luckily enough, if you're on a chill server like I am at the moment, you don't have to compete with everybody else being a really high VIP level. They've all got a ton of red characters. No, you can just chill, and yes, these guys, they have one extra red character on me, and they're probably going to end up getting a third red character before I manage to get even a second, but there's also a lot of people in the arena that I will be able to take down, and won't have to worry about too much, and I'll still easily be in the top 10. As I said yesterday, Dark Black said that he was going to drop this server at some point, so we'll be able to kick him down a little bit, and who knows who else is going to stay with the server. A lot of these guys, I feel like I'm probably jockeying for a bit of a position with them. So we're just going to do our daily tasks, and we can do that. It's a purple mission. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like to do an excess, and I'm saving a ton of silver because I'm wanting to, for the cool events, recruit all of these purple ninjas that I need to, so that I can collect all of these coupons. And I have no idea how much of that silver I'm going to end up chewing through, and at the moment the Tailed Beast boost isn't even that big. You can see my PvE combat power is 263k, and it only gets boosted 50k. Even with the 4 tails, it's probably only going to get boosted 60k, 70k, something like that. It's really not all that much compared to having a red spiritual beast, which I unlock on day 7. That's probably going to give me maybe 2 million BP, or maybe 1 million BP, but definitely way more than I currently have. So I'm just not worried about very much stuff at the moment, because everything falls into place, and it's not like I'm falling behind the rest of the server. I'm still keeping pace with them. So we'll just use all of these, because I don't like to have these flashing at me. It could be a little bit annoying and a little bit distracting, which obviously it's there to get your attention so you don't forget about it. Now, daily tasks, let's do some refreshing to... we'll do a fortify of the ninja tool. So, as I said in the previous video, I'm focusing on weapons for all characters that I'm using, then on agility, the boots. And then after the boots comes the belt, and then these for the defenses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just because I like to keep it even. And I'd also be a little bit higher in BP, probably another 20k in BP, if I had all of my equipment upgraded a little bit higher, if I'd been able to play enough over the past couple of days to keep up. Let's have a look. There we go. Finally got the refine ninja tool. I'm going to go to the yellow equipment. Fine, we'll replace that, but it can be better again. That's not too bad. That's pretty good equipment. But I don't usually worry too much about the refining level. Okay, some interesting missions to do here. I might actually pick up this Janken and I'll go here, quickly do the Janken, and I'm doing purple. Because I'm a free-to-play player, I can only do the purple Janken at this level. I can't do at this level. If I were a VIP, I would probably auto Janken. I feel like I do better when I auto Janken than manually playing, but I don't know. I've heard other people have worked out the system and they know how to get a decent win rate, but I feel like my win rate is probably 10% or lower. I feel like I've got a very bad win rate. So if someone knows how to do the Janken properly, how the bot works, please tell me, because God, I need some help. I just click randomly, really, because when I try and strategize, if I try and work out, oh, Dancer usually goes scissors, and then this character usually goes up, like, it just doesn't work for me. I always think I've found a pattern, and then I get proven wrong. Okay, now we're going to have to do tasks that are on the bonus points. So, because I reached level 80 and I didn't have time yesterday, I didn't do any of these ones. I just realized my bag is probably full of silver and some XP scrolls that I can use up to clear some space. And now I'm just going to quickly mute while I wet my whistle. And I'm back. So I'm just letting this play out for now, but you can actually refresh the server to skip the battle, and you'll still get the rewards if your battle is dragging out. And come on, one more hit. There we go. I should probably use these up first. Clear a little bit of space. Yeah, we'll use the spring chests. Hopefully that makes some space. There really isn't very much space at all for any of this stuff. We will use a couple scrolls. I'm going to use them on Madara. He's the only one that I'm worried about leveling up at the moment, because I will have him on the team for quite a while, seeing as I'm a free-to-play character. But there's definitely, if you're not free-to-play, there's definitely a lot better characters you could have on your team. So I try not to waste resources on characters that I'm not going to be using. Let's go here and level 4 Gem Gourd. I think we'll be able to upgrade that mirror, and we will be able to upgrade this sword. That'll clear out a little bit more bag room once again, and we can put that there, and we can go to the bag, enhance the gem gourd, and we can also go to Kimimaru and enhance that gourd. There we go, we've managed to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff. We'll also grab the daily benefits so you can see I must have left my computer going when Suppress Beasts was on, so that automatically gets done, which is nice. And Rebels Attack, that automatically gets done. Unfortunately, Konoha Conquest and Defense can't be automatically joined unless you're VIP. But it does seem like, despite missing it, it's offering a decent amount of rewards. And then I can get those rewards. And I believe that we're not going to be able to join the elite matches for probably another 2 weeks or so, which surprised me because I thought, I don't think I've ever had a problem joining and having to wait for the next season. Gotta do the Kazakage again, and I think that maybe I've got enough to, yep, activate that one. So there's a teensy little bit of XP, a little bit of a BP boost. Let's transform. I do that just to clear it from the daily events. And I believe you do get a little reward for doing a ton of transformations, but it's not a big deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I know that I'm going to be doing the realm a couple more times. So I know I won't need to do a fortify equipment for a while. So let's just refresh the server just to increase the loading speeds. And it also is the fastest way for a free-to-play player to skip the battle, or even a certain level of VIPs if you don't have that skip function. And we'll do the next realm battle. And it's loading, and it's definitely loaded now, so we'll skip that battle again. So those are strategies. If in the early days of your server you need to get an advantage by doing some of the things faster, like your realms faster, you can always use that. Now we need to refresh until we get another beautiful fortify. And go here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what are the last 3 missions? Stages and Jankens. Okay, well, let's do 3 stages here. Let's see if there's gonna be any quick. Yeah, this one's gonna be a nice and quick quick stage to do 3 times. Sage Kabuto. These guys have got a lot of yellows. I found that spot can be quite hard to click on sometimes. The level 80 to 90 missions. Especially when that cloud passes through it. And it also seems like the hitbox is very specific. Just bump the mic there to scratch my face like a unprofessional goober. Okay, so then some Jankens. And I can do a couple of these. So it's amazing to me that these guys have done enough Gold Soul Jankens to have, they each have multiple of these characters, which potentially as a free-to-play player is a good idea, and maybe even as a VIP for early game it might be okay, but to be honest, I never invest in them. Even if I'm only VIP 1 and all I've got is Mudderer and I've got Guy, I'll use Warm Hinata, the one that you get for the second day sign-in, and I usually use Sasuke until I manage to either save up enough to be able to buy a new red. I mean, that's really the only thing I do, is I just wait until I'm going to get a new red. I guess maybe I play a bit more of a long game, they're a bit more of the short game. Maybe that's a good advantage, I'm not sure. I did have a comment on one of my videos saying that someone was another free-to-play player and they'd happily discuss strategies with me, so I'm definitely keen for that. If there's anyone who watches this who does free-to-play stuff, I'm very happy to either talk strategies on Discord, if you want to reach out, or commenting on the videos. You know, if I say something and you want to correct me at the bottom of the video, go for it. Even if you're potentially not right, we can at least have the discussion there if you want. And I'm open to, I think that I'm very open to feedback. So, yeah, definitely feel free to comment on any one of my videos about anything really, because I'm happy to have a conversation about just about anything. Oh no, I didn't pay attention. I must have done 3 blue tasks. I had a feeling that I was doing that wrong. Well, isn't that an absolute goof move? don't do that, people. Make sure that you've paid attention to how many blue or green missions you've done. It's not a big deal, but it's an easily avoidable problem. Well, it's not even really a problem, but I find it very useful to do those daily tasks enough to be able to eventually, especially as a free-to-play player, I should be able to get some of these better characters instead of using only a purple or a blue character, if necessary. So what are some of the other things that I can do today? Let's put some more of these potency pills on my main, because I'm trying to reach level 100 potency, so that I can reincarnate this character once I reach level 120, because you can't reincarnate any other characters unless you reincarnate your main character. So some of the other things to do today will be the trials. So I can do this one here, and I'm just gonna, as always, I like to make sure that I've got these started so that even if I run out of time and I don't end up completing them, if you've started them and you've done one battle, you'll get a free reset the next day. So once again, if you've seen my other videos, I'm aiming to get the mist set for the completion, for the collection, and then I don't have to worry about any mist set gear again, and I can always use that for potency advancing, which I wouldn't need anymore because I wouldn't be doing the level 50 Akatsuki lair. I would be able to do the hard mode every day. Same thing here. I'm not doing this because at the moment I just want to get these Bloodforge set completed, collected, and out of the way, so that I can then always be focusing on the rock sets. And I just find it easier for myself to be working on the lower sets and then put them out of sight, out of mind, and then these other sets like the rock set is going to take a lot longer to complete than to collect the Bloodforge set. So that is the level 70. I've done one mission, and then so for this one, I've actually already, it gives you the Fireforge set, so I actually don't need to do that anymore. If I actually do the Warlord trial, I'm going to be able to get some Water Spirit ores and even some level 90 equipment. And it takes me quite a while to be able to get the completed water set. I may even be level 100 by the time I complete the water set being forged, S-forged. So may as well start now and do it every single day. And even if I can't complete this because I am quite weak, if I get powerful enough to beat it tomorrow, then because I've started it, I will be able to complete it and reset it. And now that I don't have any more daily tasks, I can do these, and I'll be getting Madara's equipment up first. So who knows, by tomorrow I may have all level 80 equipment on Madara. Now I'm going to look at my daily events. So some other things to do would be, I want to do as many challenges of the arena as I can today, and I'm aiming for all wins. So I'm only going to fight someone if they seem significantly weaker. If someone seems like they might be on even ground, I'll save that for another time when I don't need to get a win. Because I think if I'm lucky, I may be able to become a Jonin Fang and have 5 battling ninjas at a time. So then I could add maybe another assaulter, although I don't have very good assaulters at the moment. But depending who I get from the store, I could have another assaulter, or I could add Haku. And definitely for the Rebels attack event, I would be taking out Hinata, and I would use both Haku and, at the moment, Kiba, but hopefully by the time of the Rebels event, in between that time, I will probably actually be doing a ton of the Jankens, and hopefully I'll have unlocked a couple of these purple characters. I can also have a look here, and I've got some of these Jades, so I can have a look at my Jades and see whether I want to upgrade my Jades a little bit later, but I'll probably do that off camera in a bit. I'm just checking my Jade situation. I may as well just put a level 3 there. But I am aiming for level 6 Jades, as you can see from the synthesized Jades. Now, as it says, they have to be synthesized, so if you get a level 8 gem, Jade. If you get a level 8 Jade from a Jade box, or you unlock a level 6 Jade box and you unlock a Power Jade, I'm pretty certain that doesn't count towards this. So it's almost better to get a whole bunch of the level 5 Jade boxes, and hopefully get these and then be able to synthesize. But once you get one, you get 30 varied Jades, and a lot of the time that'll give you enough to be able to unlock one of the others, then that unlocks one of the others, then that unlocks one of the others. So it's not a big deal, and you can always, at the end of the day, if it's day 7, if you need to, buy Jades from here, and you might be able to work out, oh, I only need to buy a level 1 agility Jade, and that's going to get me what I need. If not, this is one of the better items to get, because with this Jade pack, you can get a basic Fury Jade. It's one of the only ways that you get Fury Jades, which allows you to use your special move straight away. You can see you don't get that Fury Jade from these packs, which is why these ones are so much more. So it's worth considering, but if you needed 4 of them, you can see I wouldn't be able to afford 4 of them. But it'd almost be a little bit crazy to need to get 4 of them. I wonder how much those things are. Those ninja souls. I can't imagine that that's how these other guys managed to get there. Oh, he's only got Suigetsu. Oh, he bought Ten Tails Obito. Not one of the characters I would have bought. And Jokesa seems to Oh, he's bought Conan and Sage Kabuto. Once again, not characters I would have bought, but it all depends on how you want to play, and what you want to do. I think I've done everything else. Top Kages, I haven't gotten a high enough BP to make a difference to try and do that level, so I know I can't beat the next level. I can't register for Elite Match. Mount Miyoboku, so I only just unlocked that yesterday, and I tried out to see if I could beat Kiba, and I couldn't at that stage, and I clearly can't now because it does have a message scroll across. But I guess we can play it out and see whether I'm close. I'm probably getting close, but I don't feel like it's a big deal, because day 7 I'll definitely be able to defeat a few of these Mount Miyoboku missions, and I don't think the power boost from them is very significant at all either. Feel free to disagree and maybe tell me if I'm doing it wrong. It probably was, at the time of the game being released, 10k's power BP was a big deal, but in these servers where you get level 80 in 4 days and you have a passive server boost that adds about 30k or more to each character, it's not that big a deal. And when there's so many red characters, there's so many red equipment, so many red accessories, and so many red spiritual beasts, all of which do a lot more than, the top Kage boosts, and they do more than the Mount Miyoboku. They're still worth doing because it does add up. If you end up with your character being fully pimped out, they've completed this tree completely, that's probably an okay stat boost. But if you had to choose between completing top Kage and having a high level Mount Miyoboku, or having red equipment every day of the week, red accessories every day of the week, a fantastic spiritual beast, always. And that is actually why I am aiming for, in the redeeming shop, I think it's here, you can see there is 4 red pets that you get for the January collections. And it's a bit of a shame that some of these collections aren't showing their rewards still. But there were other pets that I've had on other servers, like the Amaterasu, this character. That was how I got that character on my level 120 server. And when these sorts of collections are going out, if you can join really early on a new server when these collections are going on, they give you a ton of vitality for these first couple of days. You can see, 500 vitality, 300 vitality, 300 vitality. Well, that's way more than you get per day. You get one every half an hour. So that's, 48. You get 48 vitality per day. So that's not all that many to be able to grind out. But if you've got about 2,000 from all of these 7 days gift pack, and for the level up gift pack, you might be able to get even 2 of these pets. I think I managed to get 3, but I think the collections were 200 to unlock one of the pets. But I may be able to get 2 of these pets, plus the 7 days pack pet, which is Baby Naruto, which is another red one. And he's okay. He's still a red pet, which is pretty decent. But he is much worse than these guys. But who knows, you may join when there's a February pack, you might join when there's a March pack, and usually the collections, they stay around, as you can see from this, the Xmas event collections, they don't get cleaned up for a while, so you've got time when the event ends and you can't collect them anymore to be able to pick up more of them, to be able to spend them and actually decide. And I believe the October event didn't actually end until about December, or very close to December. It was only an October collection, but it went through all of November. So who knows, maybe this event will go until the end of February or something. So you might have, don't decide to spend at the last second, because you go, oh man, it's the end of January. Look up on Discord when the event is going to end. If they haven't said when the event's going to end, it probably isn't going to end yet. So keep those around, even if they do end up ending it before you realize, maybe you forget to check it, you will still have time to be able to spend your materials. So I think all I'm going to be doing is powering up my equipment, complete these last couple of stages, which isn't gonna really do much for me, complete my trials, and then probably set it on auto to use up as much of my vitality as I can. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Oh, and of course I'll be doing a whole bunch of arena fights as well. And make sure to remember your interactions with the master/slave. And anything else here, tournament is around event time, and I don't bother with Lost Tower until I get to a higher level, because I don't want my bag cluttered with materials that I'm not going to use. And I'm not using up any of these things because they are not necessary at the moment, and I'm the only one in my guild, so I may as well... I can't see properly. Yep, I think I sent that to myself. Oh, and I leveled up, which I forgot, so I can get a little bit of a stat boost from these things. Please feel free to join this server. It's not too late to join and still be one of the top contenders. Feel free to join my server, my guild, if you want to, but if you don't want to, that's fine too. I get it. You probably want to be part of Lahiri's guild because it's the top guild, but maybe you want to be in my guild so you want to chat. Whatever. It's up to you. Your choice, and that's fine. Also, leaving comments on this video would be really good. That is probably what I desire most from these videos, is more so than people liking People subbing is also really good because it should be free. It is free, so why not? It's simple. You can hit the sub button. I don't care if you don't watch my videos, or you get, like, you don't have the notification thing on. That's fine. You know, it's not an obligation to come watch the videos, but you know, it's useful if you do want to watch the videos. So subbing is good, but I really find the comments are the most important, so that I know what content people like, and so that I get feedback on what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, not just in the games that I'm playing, but in my streaming and recording setup. You know, if people have tips, you know, you can get better audio quality if you enable this setting, or if you use this feature or whatever. That's all really useful information, and I'm happy for anyone to be giving me that information. So, yeah, please comment something. If you don't have an actual comment about the video on improvements or shortcomings, it's still good to see comments about, you know, I really like this game, could you do this game next, that sort of thing. So yeah, comments are my favorite thing on the videos. Please do them, and subscribing is also good. I'll see you guys for day 5, and have a good one, and everyone be healthy, happy, safe, all of that good stuff. I'll see you guys tomorrow.